Jason Muncie, Deanna Deweese here, back with another video. This one is about Suzi Lou and Onision. Now, what I see is that Suzi Lou is probably, ever since, since how the small amount of women that were close to Onision wound up, leaving Onision. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Onision has found his match.
I got nothing to be jealous of.
Yep. I mean, we all know that Suzi Lou is probably dating Onision.
Wow,
We all
that was a
know.
shot.
We all know.
You don't have the balls.
We all know how Onision is. And Suzi Lou probably would be okay with that shit. Given that Suzi Lou probably looks like she's in her fucking teens. And Suzi Lou is always, going around and be like, oh, why don't I just go around just, be a creep towards underage girls. And I mean, Suzi Lou is no slouch when it comes to being the bad person.
Just need to beg $2 more for it.
I mean, she's not a good person. Suzi Lou is a bad person, and she has gotten a DMC strike by or DMC lawsuit by anime companies out there. And given that Onision has some legal issues going on, it's no surprise that both are legitimately terrible. And all Onision does is gaslight and stonewall underage girls that speak out against him. And all Suzi Lou does is stonewall and gaslight anime fans that call her out on stealing anime. Last time I checked, those anime shows are not in the public domain here in the West. You have to pay for that shit. You have to buy it. It is not okay to stonewall and gaslight those who call you out. That's where you seem to fuck up. Cause you really think, oh, well, why don't I just do this? Why don't I just do that? Like, no, you can't do it. You cannot do what you want. All Onision does is he's a fucking predator. It's no surprise that whoever Onision was in a relationship with at the time,
You can't have it. You have to take care of
I mean, if there was a way that Onision could have been able to redeem himself, now would have been the best time for him to do so, but no.
Pre-party at my pool house.
He's got a lot of people pissed off at him for being a fucking creep. Especially with Lanybot. Because Lanybot was a part of the problem when they have adopted a 17-year-old I don't know if she was 16 or 17, but I do believe she was abused. And then another mildly underage girl was abused. Like, you can't even
Not surprising.
go, you know, like one whole ass day.
It's like I'm
I
back
mean,
on the
you
road.
can't go and be like, oh, why don't we just go around oh, why don't we just go and just be stupid enough to steal anime or groom underage kids? I mean, Onision had one little series about, you know, a lot of, you know, underage kids that are girls, and asking them to submit almost nude photos of themselves to him so he could comment on their appearances. Like, what in the Tartarus is wrong with you if you do something like that to underage kids? Groom them, stonewall them, gaslight them, make them feel like shit, and and expect them to stay loyal to you, knowing that they're impressionable? You don't see me doing that. I don't go around doing things like that, 'cause I'm not that kind of person. You don't see me going around doing things that I'm not supposed to be doing, 'cause it would be against my moral character. I don't think Onision ever had morals to begin with.
No one can handle my badness.
I mean,
I don't know how you do it.
you look at Onision, you see a monster. I mean, you can't go around thinking, oh, well, why don't I just do this? Why don't I just do that? Why don't I just groom kids? He is a fucking bad person. He expects, oh, anything and everything to go his way, but when, oh, how awful is it to have my own from the internet and have my own be funded through
How'd you afford those fucking things? There's plenty more fighting me.
What is wrong with you? Time to move. Today. Sorry, you're gonna have to try harder. What the hell?
I just made their day.
You know, where, oh, well, why don't we just go around, you know, go around, steal an anime, illegally reacting to anime that you did not have the written consent of the studio to do? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not understand the ramifications, the dire consequences of that? Like, why do you think everything that has happened so far has, you know, been about, oh, why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? Like, you can't even do anything like that and think that, oh, why don't I just lie about, you know, oh, why don't I just gaslight and stonewall anyone calling me out? That's what Suzi Lou and Onision has done. They're both terrible people. And people expect to be treated with respect.
Where's my next fight?
Like, you can't even go around and ask for permission. That's just bullshit.
Not surprising.
Like, is it not, like, awful that Onision would probably end up with someone like Suzi Lou? Given that Onision has lied his ass off for years? Oh. And about YouTube? I'm hoping that one day YouTube would ban both of them. To where they'll be banned for good. I'm just hoping that Suzi Lou gets 3 strikes for her involvement in stealing.
No one stands in my way for long.
Like, after all the periodic crap that they've been doing. I mean, look at all the things that Onision has ever done. I mean, I just get pretty mad that everybody else wants to be like, oh, forgive Onision, forgive Onision. No! Name one good thing about him that was, you know, redeemable. Besides these anti-Christian videos he's been known for. Plus, he's been known to be you know, judgmental on like reply girls. Like, it's just really stupid. You don't see me doing what he did.
Shit, they went down.
I mean, it is time that Suzi Lu and Onision go to a double-gendered prison together, where they could share the same cell as prison-bound lovers. So that way, we don't even have to hear from them anymore.
I've got to defend the Saints.
I mean, look at all the shit that they've done. Not very good things, at most. I mean, look at all the shit that they've ever done. It wasn't even good. They're awful people.
You're so strong.
I mean, everybody knows. Everybody knows how awful it is when you illegally react to anime that you did not have written consent to react to, or make commentary videos on. Like, what the fuck? You can't go around doing that shit. I mean, look at all the crap that they've done. Onision and, you know, Suzi Lu, they're both terrible people. But don't let me catch one more video from Onision reacting or commenting on another underage girl's appearances.
I don't know how you do it.
Like, I'm still waiting for like YouTube to finally kick those two off. They're just a lost cause. They're and I don't want Onision to be, you know, thinking, oh, what? Well, why don't I just be a fucking dirty little fucking creep towards underage girls? Like, that's kind of like what I've been, what problem I have with him. That's just how it is. So, and also,
You're toast. You shouldn't be playing around. You should have listened to me.
Don't you see the purple? That's it. Damn it! Watch your shot.
On YouTube. I just want people to start being respectful and polite on YouTube. Not, you know, be rude or disrespectful or anything like that. I think Suzi...
No one stands in my way for long.
I think they're dating. I think that's why both of them are terrible people. Everybody unanimously don't like them. I mean, that's just kind of like how things go. But anyways, I want you to beat that like button, beat that subscribe button, beat that notification button, turn all three of those buttons gray. And I'll see you in the next video.